So this young lady is upset because her date took her to Applebee's. Ma'am, first of all, I'm looking at you, and you should be grateful that anybody is taking you anywhere, Applebee's or otherwise.
And let's not forget, a man who's
Woo!
serious about you won't need to rush the show. To earn your yes without baiting you with lobster.
You ain't got no money to be spending, or you don't want to spend no money on nobody, don't be trying to date around and talk to no female if you broke.
If you want to know if she's truly for you, keep your wallets closed.
We always hear women say, my body, my choice. As a man, you should be able to say, my wallet, my choice.
Women can truly know if a man is truly for them is by keeping their legs closed. Same thing applies to men. Fellas, if you want to know if she's truly for you, keep your wallets closed. No, for real though. Ladies, are y'all going for this? If you dating a guy, he's a great guy, but y'all pop out, y'all go grab some food. Bill come and he hit you with the, it's a little too soon for me. I'm saving myself for marriage.
I mean, you ladies have to understand, you're giving it to Tyrone for free. You're giving it to Chad for free. And I've said this before, men know if I'm not clapping, somebody's getting a round of applause. Seriously, why would we not think that? Because that's what you do. You show it on social media all the time. You ladies realize that's what you're doing, right? You're telling the truth. I love it. I give you ladies a hand clap because you're telling men the truth. And men are thinking, I knew it. So this is what men are saying now. I'm financially celibate. Congratulations.
Ladies, if a man says he's financially celibate, how would you take that? Because to me, off rip, it sounds funny, but the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Because we all know in the dating world, a woman bases her worth for a man on how much he may really like her based off of sexual attraction. And a woman might go out with a guy and be like, you know what? I wonder if this guy really likes me, or does he just want to sleep with me? So she's not going to sleep with him at first, so she could try to gauge whether or not he really likes her or not. A man, his value is based off of his financial situation. So he could be like, you know what? Does this woman really like me? Is she jacking, or does she only like me for my money? Or is she only trying to go out on dates because she knows she's going to get a free dinner or drinks or whatever, but it's not going to go anywhere past that. So until I can figure that out, I'm financially celibate. But imagine that though. You're on like your third date and the man's like, yo, you know what? This is going really well. You're cool. I like you. But, I'm still a little bit uncomfortable. I'm still trying to figure out where this might go. So until then, I pay my half of the meal. You pay yours. Like, that does sound wild, but it does make sense. And again, just so we're clear, I don't condone this. I think if a man asks a woman out, he should be paying the bill. But as far as understanding, it does sound funny, but there is some truth to it, and it does hold a little bit of water. But what do y'all think? You feel me?
Oh, no, there's definitely truth to it. I got to say this. You ladies are the biggest money wasters and time wasters because you'll take a man out and you don't like him. That's what he should have said. That's what they're doing. That's why every man should be financially celibate, right? Because there's ladies that'll go out on a coffee date. There's baddies that'll go out on a coffee date. I repeat, there's ladies that will go out for a coffee because they want to get to know you. They want to see if they vibe with you. Men are done with being used, right? So I think every man should practice financial celibacy because if you don't, then you're the sucker, right? Like the video I made the other day, the man who's not getting it is the one paying for dinner. That's true. The man, I'll tell you this. When I was in the West, I didn't go out on dinners. I repeat, I didn't go out on dinners. All I did was slam dance. I'm not lying. Like when I was in a relationship, then I went on dinners. That's a little different. But meeting somebody? No. I knew if I was in slam dancing, she didn't like me. That's fact. You ladies have to understand you corrupted men. And so many men know this now. And you know what men are saying? And I said it yesterday. Men have said it down in my comments. Wait out for the one that's giving it up. All men know that. There's going to be somebody giving it up. All I got to do is be patient. And men are very patient, and that's the angle men are taking. Financial celibacy. I'm all for it. Look at this here. Look at the comments. The truth is down in the comments. let's get to the truth. And you know what's the wild thing? This lady's using John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. She has a nerve, but look what she says. How Christian of you. Most men don't even consider what it costs a woman to go on a date when he pays the dinner bill, especially for single moms. A sitter costs average $20 to $25 an hour, plus the stress of even getting a sitter who is trusted and available for the time needed. Now, I want to say this because I'm going to read the guy's comment, but that's why men are saying, I don't want to date a single mom. Like, why waste their legacy on your child? That's how men are saying it. And you understand, look at this. Look at the complaint she's giving. I got to pay for the sitter. Oh, that's fine. Pay for it with another guy. Right? I'm done. Because men are tired of hearing that excuse. That's an excuse men are tired of. I understand some guys say the sugarcoat, oh, I'll listen to it because I understand. No, men don't understand. But let me move myself to the side here so I can show you guys this one. Look at this. This one here says, I'm not hearing that sorry. No one told a woman to be a single mom with a man who isn't around or the cost of makeup, blah, blah. Sorry. It's called life. If you don't want to deal with that, don't go out. Exactly. My point exactly. Check this one out. This one says financial celibacy is just equality. It's a smart move. I've been the goofy to take a woman on a very nice date to which she enjoyed just to be told we can be friends afterwards. Lesson learned. Men are learning. Nope. I don't mind taking turns on paying. See? The real ladies are coming out. The real ladies. See? You see what happens? I love what's happening now in society. Men are speaking up, men are standing up, and the real ones are coming out. Look at this. Respect. The man said respect. The lady under it said, I love it. They looking at us. I mean, this is what men do. Why are we going to go for that? No, that's not happening. Go find another sucker.
And what I couldn't realize is that these niggas is just gay. They don't want to take you on dates. They don't want to do no gestures. They don't want to spend no money on you. But, hold on. But as soon as it comes to their homeboys want to do something, they so ready. Then they think when they do some slight for you, it's tricking. That is bare minimum. Get out my face with that, for real. And if you know you ain't got no money to be spending, or you don't want to spend no money on nobody, don't be trying to date around and talk to no female if you broke.
And the panhandling in the dating market continues, and you see hundreds if not thousands of videos like this where women are complaining about men being broke. This is their way of shaming men or a man because that man not want to spend money on them, and they're feeling rejected, so they feel the need to shame. Like in this video, she calls men gay because they don't want to spend money on her. But I have a question. How are you finding out that men don't want to spend money on you specifically? How are you finding out? Because the only dynamic I could imagine where you get a clear understanding is you must be requesting money. You must be requesting money. Can you get my nails done? Can you get this done? Can you give me some of that? You know what I mean? You must be requesting money, and that would be a complete turnoff. You're meeting a man after talking to him for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and then you start asking him for money to pay bills, to pay this. Of course the man would be like, hell no, and not want to spend money on you, because when it becomes an obligation or even a demand almost in this scenario, then it's a complete no. So maybe you are confusing broke with they just don't want to spend money on you. I think that's what you're confusing broke, especially if you're a woman who's encountering guy after guy that doesn't want to spend money, and now you thinking it's all men. No. It's just the men, once they know who you are and engage in conversation with you, they figure out, oh, no, I'm not spending any money on this person. So I don't think the problem is being broke for men. The problem is you.
Disgusting than a man that mentions his financial problem during the talking stage. Do you know how disgusting that is? Okay, what do you want me to do? Send you money? You think I don't have financial problems? Like, that is very, very, very disgusting.
This is what our 6th date right now. Like, can we at least go and get dressed up and, go a place with elegance? Does it have to be those type of places all the time? Like, can you take me somewhere nice so I can wear a dress? You take me somewhere that doesn't mind if we wear hats or something like that. Like, you
can wear a dress wherever you want to wear a dress. They don't tell you can't wear a dress.
But can we dress up? Like, I don't want to be the only one wearing a dress, Heck. I want you to dress up. You don't have to wear hoodies all the time when we go out to eat. Can we look presentable and go out to eat at a nice restaurant, at a 5-star restaurant? Is it too much to ask for you to wine and dine me?
It's not too much to ask for. Like I
So
said,
why
you
you
can look
making it seem
presentable
like-
anywhere. I don't get what you're saying. Why you making a big deal?
Do you hear what I'm saying right now?
I hear what you're saying, but like I say,
I'm not going to Applebee's, so if you don't want to change it,
with these dates.
I'm not getting too expensive. If you don't want to change it, then I'm not going.
Financial celibacy, it's the new thing that these young men are focusing on when it comes to dating. And as Unc, I just want to say I'm proud of y'all. We always hear women say, my body, my choice. Rightfully so. But as a man, you should be able to say, my wallet, my choice. Side note, you should also care about your body as a man. Don't just go around and sleep with anybody. Have respect for yourself as well. Now back to what I was saying. Your money's a part of your value. As a man, you had to get up and go earn that money. Get to know the woman that you're talking to before you decide to spend money on her. A lot of women hate to have conversations with you before you take them on a date. And it's not that they're worried about whether or not they're gonna like you. They're worried about whether or not you're gonna like them when you get to know them. Get to know her for who she is, beyond just what she looks like, because sometimes that's the trick that gets you caught up. You're so caught up in how good she looks that you don't even take the time to get to know her as a person to see if you like her or not.
Yeah, and as he said, also you're caught up in how good she looks. You think, I'm not gonna wear this condom, when you have to think most guys that she's been with, most likely the Chads and the Alphas, right? Because a lot of guys are staying to themselves. You have to understand that they having babies with, around 20-30% of the men. So you don't know who she's been with. So they're thinking the guys are the ones spreading it. But guys can't be the ones spreading it. The small percentage of guys are the ones spreading it because all of the girls want them. So as a man, you have to, I don't believe in sex before marriage, actually. But I will say this. I know you're going to do it. So I say wrap it up with everything, with everybody. Wrap it up. All across the United States right now, even across the world, people are burning, people have the HIV, and you don't want to catch that. You do not want to. I mean, they have medicine now. You can take it and live probably for the rest of your life, but still, who wants that? You don't want to take those chances. You want to have children without any complications. Wrap it up.
So this young lady is upset because her date took her to Applebee's. Now, I want to say a couple things about this. Ma'am, first of all, I'm looking at you, and you should be grateful that anybody is taking you anywhere, Applebee's or otherwise.
Emotional damage.
Get on your knees and thank sweet baby Jesus that someone is taking you out, because there are a lot of men today who are in their financial celibacy journey and they're not spending any money on dates at all. You can either do something free, or you can pull up at the crib, or you can pay. So you should be grateful that someone is taking their time, effort, and hard-earned money to take you out. Secondly, there's a lot of women who have gone to Applebee's or Ruby's, like my mom and my dad went, who got married and who have been married for a very long time. It is not about the date. It is about the time spent together and whether you guys like each other. See, a lot of women today want to be taken on extravagant dates with men that they don't even like, because they can't afford to go on those extravagant dates by themselves. So they think that they're going to use their body and their looks to go on those extravagant dates. But I have news for them. Men are changing. They're wising up to the games. I ain't taking you out on no extravagant date. I don't even know you. I don't know who you are, what you're about. Is your hair real? Is it a wig? I don't know. What's going on here? Why are we at this point that we are in where women think that men are money machines? We're not ATMs.
And that's what's happened. It's gotten out of control. And ladies want things to stay the same. That's what's happening. And they say it's a gender war, but it's not a war because men aren't fighting. All we're doing is explaining what we're not accepting. Hear that? That's all that's happening all throughout the manosphere. It's explaining what we're not accepting, also what we're not doing, so the youth can be aware, because the youth is watching. That's the great thing with Gen Z. Gen Z has a bunch of grown men that now on television, thank you for YouTube, comes on TV. Now guys can watch me on TV like a television show and live action, telling them what to look out for. We're in the best time of history. And guys are wisening up, because I can show you, which I'm going to show you later in the video, beautiful ladies that understand not a man not throwing his cash. You saw in the first couple of comments, the first comment actually, the ladies like, oh yeah, I get it. I love it. I love that men are doing this, because they understand men have been taken advantage of for so many years. And there are a lot of ladies that don't like that. Like there's a lot of ladies not a lot. See, I said a lot. There's some ladies in the West girls that will date guys understanding, I want to get to know them. I want to get to know you for who you are, as he explained. And this brother here took the same route I took. He went overseas to find his boo thing. He books passport trips to Colombia, right? I teach guys how to make it out. Why? Because so many, and shout out to the girls that are good, but men are men at the end of the day. Men want to have someone that can do everything they want and that will get all the way on their program, because sometimes, a lot of times, even the ladies that won't try to use you, there still be problems. And men are trying to avoid all the issues. That's what it is. No hard feelings.
Why I'm on the road and you calling me all day to come home because you have something to do. You got to go on the road. Why are you rushing me on the road for? I have stuff to do.
I wasn't calling you all day, babe.
I had a dentist appointment today. I had to go see someone about the insurance today. I'm taking care of some stuff. What's the?
But you were like on the road from 10 o'clock till like 3 o'clock.
I went on the road 10 o'clock, finished my dentist appointment at about 12 o'clock, and had to leave at about 1:30. And you rushed me to come back home. I'm trying to do stuff. I'm trying to get stuff done before I got to go back to work.
Babe.
You rushing me on the road.
At the time, I thought, I knew I had something to do. I need to go to the store to get some braids for Kenny Little.
You rushing me home after I got to take care of some important business? She said important business. You rushing me home for braids?
She said I need to get the braids so she can braid my hair because school is gonna start back and she's gonna have a lot of appointments. She's gonna be booked.
You interested in saving money or getting a hairdo?
That's not the point right now.
That's exactly the point. You're rushing me off the road, and I'm trying to take care of business on the road.
Look at my hair. My hair is so messy. I'm trying to get my hair done. I'm the one that...
You could get your hair done every week if you had that money was being saved, right? You're rushing me on the road. I'm taking care of stuff. Don't be calling me and rushing me. I can't prevent traffic from happening.
So you was on the road trying to save money today?
Of course.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, but at the time I thought that I had to go get the hair, but when you came home, and I was relaxed again, I was like, oh, it's not that serious. I can just chill. I can go get it in the morning.
Let's see. Whatever.
I'm sorry for rushing you.
Whatever.
Maybe I just miss you.
Well, say that, but don't rush me home because you talking about you got somewhere to go. Anyway.
I just miss you, baby.
I miss you too, but I gotta take care of some stuff. This is mine. I know, right? I know. Your mommy rushing me. All right, I'm coming. Daddy coming.
See, that's a happy marriage. He's happy and with the nonsense. But I give a shout out to them because he's sticking it out. I believe in that as well. They're not divorced, kids in the back. They're doing it right. But the ladies always, even in the marriage, just blow. And that's what I love. That's why I married this one here. See, that's what I was explaining, is that even in a marriage, there's problems. This one here, always about saving. She's on me about saving. Like, say if I want to go to an expensive restaurant, she's like, oh no, I don't need to eat that. Seriously, if anybody knows Filipinas, oh no, we don't need to spend that money on that. Well, sure that she does say you could just give a little money to me to get my hair done as well, because her getting the hair done is less than a restaurant because they told my hair. So her getting her hair done is less than that restaurant. It may cost like 5,000 pesos. It's $100. Sometimes I want to go to a nice restaurant. I do because I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Anyway, let's get on to the next one.
I see too many videos on anti-coffee dates, and it's like, I don't know, there's the whole coffee dates are too platonic, and it screams cheap, but it's like, number one, I'd be pretty disappointed if I had to spend like $300-$500 on someone I don't even know if I can vibe with in person. Number two, what's wrong with like something kind of platonic, getting to know each other and then like seeing where it goes? You know what I mean? Like what happened to like lovers and friends, best friends and lovers, you know what I mean? Best friends first. Like, wouldn't you want to vibe with your person both ways, like on a deeper connection? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And right now, she looked like she could be where I am now. Right now, as you guys can tell, I'm not in my normal atmosphere. I'm in Vietnam. She looks like the ladies over here. But you see the difference? You see the difference? Now, if you compare her with the lady that was talking earlier, saying, oh, and then the other lady that the Boondocks reacted to, and then her, you go, which one is better? Looks better, everything. That's what men are doing the math. Men are smart. Men are doing the math and say it's cheaper to go the other route. But also, you have other ladies back home that's even back home as well.
High value girlies accept coffee dates as a first date when they're meeting a stranger. Don't come for me, and I know the main argument might be I'm spending so much time, energy, money on my outfit, my hair, my clothing, which is very, very valid, by the way. Being a woman is expensive. But if you want to be concerned about waste, only be concerned about wasting your time, your energy, your mental bandwidth on someone who's not right for you, and you're stuck on what, like a 3-4 hour long dinner, even if it is Michelin star, even if it is the most luxurious dining experience your taste buds have ever experienced. Us girls, literally within 10 minutes, maybe sooner, can tell if we want to see that guy again. A lot of us can. And what, you're going to spend 3-4 hours just to try a new restaurant, just to see if the guy is going to financially invest in you? Be concerned with wasting your own time. A coffee date is perfect. I mean, if you don't want to drink coffee, meet for an afternoon later towards the evening, caffeine-free chamomile date. And I'm not even kidding. Go for a Joe and the Juice date. Get a nourishing green smoothie. It's got the vegetables. Get a protein shake and get your protein in for that day. Maybe go to the gym after. Do these things, but you don't need to spend 2-3 hours on some dinner with some guy that you don't even know you like. You are worth so much more than just a Michelin star meal that some guy, that any guy can get you, that you can probably get yourself. Like, you should absolutely get a sense of if he's a generous guy, if he's a good tipper, if he's polite to the waiters, how he eats, if he uses the right fork, if that's important to you. But you can get that from the second, third date onwards if you like the guy from the very first meet. Don't waste your time on these long dinners and book yourself away when you don't even know if you like him. A quick 1 hour date, or like even a 45-minute coffee, or Joe and the Juice date, which I'm a big fan of, that can reveal everything to you. I'm also not a big fan of like alcoholic drink dates, which I know a lot of people do suggest because it's usually like an evening option. I feel like alcohol can make you see that person a bit better than they are. We don't want that. We want our judgment to be clear, transparent, to be fully unhindered with. Don't waste your own time thinking that you're winning when you're not, okay? Of course, once you know someone or you've met them in real life and you've interacted a few times and they're only offering you coffee dates, then bye-bye. You don't need to be dating someone who's stingy like that. Also, sorry I shouted at you. I still haven't put my lip gloss on. But yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm very passionate about this. You are worth more than a meal, even if it's the most Michelin star, most expensive, most luxurious meal, even if Salt Bae comes and sprinkles his salt, okay?
She said it. She said it. Now, you notice she said high value girly. And what she's talking about, you notice she added gym in there, which your man wants to know that his girl is in the gym, right? You notice she said you can go for like a smoothie, chamomile tea. You have to listen to what she's saying. If you offer her a coffee date and she says, oh, we can go for here and get chamomile teas, man's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for it too. Because she's most likely wants a chamomile tea. Maybe she's like me and doesn't eat after a certain time. Goes for the chamomile tea and then just drinks water and prepares for bed. High value girly. I know you guys are hearing me right now, right? Check it out.
Comes in with hot dinner, wine, fairy tale on the first date. Run fast as you can. A trap, and I'm going to explain. Let's be real. Narcissistic and toxic men first. A whole setup. Love bombing you into emotional debt. Wealthy men, emotionally intelligent men, they keep it simple. They want to evaluate you, impress you, because they're thinking long term. The ones trying to sweep you off your fast are usually the ones trying to knock you off balance. And let's not forget, a man who's serious about you won't need to rush the show. He'll want to earn your yes without baiting you with lobster and a Lexus story. So next time he offers a simple first date, don't take it as a lack of effort. Take it as a green flag. And if he throws a fit when you suggest coffee over a candlelight dinner, that's not a man who values connection. That's a man who tries to create confusion. If he can't vibe with you without spending money, he's not ready for the kind of connection that you guys are building. And would you do a coffee date first or not? Drop your answer below.
Ladies, this is why you should do a coffee date or a happy hour date. Basically just a preliminary. It's because coffee dates are like a screening process. How do you vet the person? You know, how do you know? It's very non-committal. Like, okay, if I like you, we can optionally keep this going. But if I don't like you, I can leave, and there's nothing to it. There's no point in on the first date, if you don't know the guy at least, making him go through all these hoops like pick you up or get you an Uber. Now he know where you live, girl, or where you stay near, you know, and then bring you to the restaurant. He got that serial killer look in his eye. Now you're like, oh crap, I wish I would have done something shorter. I gotta stay an hour through all these courses with this guy. Now maybe you're the type who gets up and leaves, but not everybody is that way. And I think that when it comes to the video response, I was really brash, I will admit. But we're getting caught up on the comment about her not like being a specific aesthetic. That doesn't mean she's unattractive. She's just a different aesthetic. That obviously the standard of her saying, oh, coffee dates aren't good enough, but yet she goes to a deli to go take herself on a solo date. The standard is really just a guise for the fact that you don't really like the guy. And that's totally cool. You don't have to say, oh, coffee date isn't good enough. Because we all know if the guy was hot, kids, well-paid, millionaire, and he goes, all I have time for is coffee, we're going for it. Like, I think I can make time for coffee too. Come on. So the real conversation underneath all of this is, one, the point of coffee dates. Yes or no? It's not about having a standard. It's about being able to vet the person in a non-committal way. And then two, just tell the truth. If you're not into it, it's totally cool.